First things first, high diving or cliff diving?
Definitely cliff diving.
What's the highest you've ever jumped from?
It was around 28, I think.
Nice. Um, how would you describe the feeling after your takeoff in the air? Like this free fall?
I can't really describe it because you don't think about anything in the air. It's like just you and your dive. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Mm, when you're out there diving, are you diving alone?
Most of the time I'm not diving alone because for me it's like the people surrounding me and doing it together, also for safety issues. So yeah, most of the time we're diving together in a group.
Okay. Would you say that that there's like a proper cliff diving community?
For sure, because I started diving or cliff diving because of the community, and but it really depends. Like there are like different groups, but for me, there's like a big cliff diving family.
Would you say that this family is bigger and that the bondage between those members is bigger than in other sports?
For sure, because you spend like more time together and you really live tough situations together. Because like sometimes there is something to happen and you really have to be as a team strong as a team. So yeah, for me, definitely a yes.
Okay. Do you do any other sport beside diving and cliff diving?
Um, I did different sports before. I played American football for a long time.
And would you say that the family in cliff diving is stronger than the family in football?
I don't know if it's stronger, but it's definitely different. Like it's a different connection you have to your like cliff diving people.
Okay. What does your family and friends think when they know that you are out there diving? Are they scared or are they happy for you or do they support you or do they say like no 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 stop doing it?
Um, for the moment, they got used to it, but at the beginning, it was really hard to explain him that it's really a sport and I'm really trained for it hard and it's not that dangerous as you might think. So yeah, that's the situation for now.
Have you ever had an injury yourself or did you see that anybody crashed like seriously?
For myself, I didn't had difficulties or big injuries, but I saw two crashes and yeah, it was quite hard because the helicopter came. But yeah, it's you have to be strong mentally to dive afterwards.
And since you experienced that, is an injury or like, and what would stop you from doing cliff diving at all? Is there any reason?
Mm, in particular, no. I just would stop cliff diving if I'm not in the right mood anymore or if I'm doesn't feel safe anymore. Because for now, I can do those dives, I can train for those dives, and then I'm safe. But if I start like being mentally weak, I wouldn't dive anymore.
Speaking of mental things, what's the craziest thing you've done so far when it comes to cliff diving? So it may be traveling, it may be meeting people. So not only the jumps itself, what's the craziest thing?
Whew, that's a tough one. Um, yeah, maybe once we did like in the night we did a naked dive with three people, and yeah, that was pretty tough because there were a lot of people and we didn't think about it that much before, and we really ended up naked on a festival.
Okay, that sounds legit. So if your schlongdong is like waving around, and even if you enter the water with your feet, it is slightly hurting. So no matter how perfect you enter the water, there's this little pain. Is there a little masochist living inside you?
I don't think so. You really get used to the impact. Of course, when you're slightly over or under, it hurts. But I don't know. It's in every sport you do. Like imagine soccer when somebody is falling, or yeah, it's always a little bit hurt.
Yeah, it's basically the that's like the entry for the sport that you have to, that you might need to like
Yeah.
the pain, because otherwise you couldn't do the sport at all, right?
Yeah, for sure. Diving, like even regular diving, if you're training, you have like the belly flops and back flops, and they really hurt, but you have to continue and do it again. So kind of you get used to the hurt, or you have to handle it at least.
Okay, so injuries, crazy things. What is your personal motivation to continue doing cliff diving?
It's about freedom. Like imaginary being on the ship like we are now, it's kind of a freedom thing. You can do what you want, and when you're at the cliff, you really be by yourself in that moment when you take off. So that's kind of the thing for me.
Okay, so thank you for the interview. If you liked this video, you might want to take a look at another video, or even subscribe to my channel. It doesn't hurt, but I'm pretty sure it makes the world a better place.